South Texas Vale, and I'm over here at Warfighter Tobacco. Why am I here? They're holding me hostage. Don't pay the ransom. Don't pay it. Anyway, so...
We're not going to do those kind of fucking injustices.
No, not fucking shit.
If we took you hostage, you would stay here.
What's that? Don't pay the ransom.
Yeah. We'll have to pay the ransom so people come get you.
So this is going to be like ransom red chief.
Yes.
Nice. Nice. Well, as a hostage, I'll let you know I smoke only the best cigars, which are in the right place.
Nice.
All right, so gentlemen, introduce yourselves to my like 4 viewers.
I'm Scott with Warfighter Tobacco.
And I'm John.
Yeah.
So, Scott, John. So obviously, y'all are anti-smoking, anti-drinking, and very liberal.
Yeah.
You pretty much summed us up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll drink to that.
All right. So why don't you tell my viewers about the company, how it came to be?
So Warfighter's, what, about 6 years old now?
Yeah. February will be 6 years.
February will be 6 years. It kind of came about, actually when I was helping film with Range 15 with those guys. They kind of, at that time I owned a gun shop. They kind of, I wanted a product that we could brand and market that was our own product instead of being a reseller for a product. So I wanted something to kind of augment the firearms store, help it out, because firearm sales it's up and down.
Yeah.
And so we wanted something that we could push in there that was a different product, a little bit more steady, I guess, if you will. And so the idea came about then is when I was around with all those veteran entrepreneurs and stuff. And that's kind of when I ran it by Logan Stark of all people. Like, yeah, I'm thinking about doing a cigar business. He kind of said, yeah, it's probably not too bad of an idea, and nobody else is doing it. And then it didn't happen until probably a year later, when we really, maybe 6 months later.
6 8 months.
We were at SHOT Show, and myself and the other owners of Warfighter were sitting down drinking, and we decided at SHOT Show we're going to start a cigar company.
Well, that's the best way to start business is drinking.
It's the only way I've started a business. I think I've done it.
I think that's how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah. I mean, that seems to make sense.
Yeah.
I'm not an expert. I won't run my own business into the ground a couple times.
I've done that as well.
But it seems like the best ones that last the longest are the ones that are formed when I'm drunk as hell.
Yeah.
So, is there a mission statement to Warfighter Tobacco? Is there any?
We really haven't written a formal mission statement, but on the top of my head, what I would say is we want to provide the best product we can to the most loyal customer base that we can. And the reason that I call them a loyal customer base is because it's our job to keep them loyal. And it's a great community. We work hard to do that. Try not to get hung up on politics and all that stuff in our social medias. We try to be neutral. Try to, we are who we are. And that's kind of what
it seems like in today's political climate, the best way to run a business is just to stay neutral.
I mean,
to not make any sort of statement either way.
Well, we don't necessarily do that.
Well,
as long as
you don't veer wrong.
Right. Like we are who we are.
Yeah.
But I don't care if you are who you are, and if it's different than me. And if people are if somebody's a polar opposite of me, which they're out there, right?
Oh yeah.
They're probably not a customer of Warfighter. We have a saying: if you're a Warfighter customer, we love you.
Yeah.
If you're not, we don't care.
Yeah. And that's a good way to look at it.
So.
All right. I'm
I'm
gonna
going to go warn all my gay pothead neighbors to defend their homes
Well,
and have a great honeymoon.
I'm a staunch libertarian. So
Right.
I want my gay neighbors to defend their marijuana crops with an automatic weapon.
Yes. Yeah.
As long as they don't do it in my yard, I'm fine.
That's straight people too, right? Nobody
I
needs to
charge them admission.
Oh, okay.
All right, so tell us something about your products, about the various blends y'all have. And I promise, guys, I'll put some B-roll over of They're awesome stuff.
Oh, we could have laid them out here, but I'll let John go through the product.
So we have 6 core blends that we have. We have a field line and a garrison line. Our field line's in green boxes and garrison line's in black boxes. The green line is toned down on purpose. The flavor profiles are a little bit lighter in the nicotine content. And so our mildest is going to be our 556 Field Connecticut shade. It's going to have a little pepper up front, salsa flavored, kind of goes away. Really smooth cigar for the rest of it. Our next is the 762 Field Sumatra. You get some earth tones off of that guy. It's on the milder end of a medium-bodied cigar. Pairs perfect with a cup of coffee. And then we have our 50 Cal Field Maduro. It's a medium-bodied Maduro, so when we were blending it, we pulled some of the hair out to take away the strength, so the natural flavors of the wrapper would show through more. And that is, you're gonna get traditional flavors: wood, leather, coffee, chocolate, similar stuff that you get out of the majority of Maduros, and you get a hint of natural sweetness. Not like artificial sugar cap or anything like that. Yep. And then moving into our medium-bodied sticks, we have a 556 Garrison Corojo, and it's kind of our pepper and spice cigar. If you're gonna, most Corojos do have a little pepper and spice to go along with it. Next after that's our Rosado. Scott's best way of describing that one. Our 762 Garrison Rosado is like a nice steak.
Seasoned
Yep, you get that up front. You get that seasoning. That seasoning dissipates, and it leaves you with the really rich, bold flavors that you get out of the meat. I'm not saying it is a steak. I'm just saying that's how the flavors go on the cigar.
I personally love your Garrison 50.
Mm-hmm. And then the last one's our 50 Cal Garrison. That's our Oscuro Maduro. That is going to be our boldest cigar. It's not the boldest on the market, but for us, it's our boldest.
Well, I mean, I've had really bold Maduros.
Yep.
Like Route 101's Doomsayer.
Right.
That's a very bold cigar.
Yep.
If you're not prepared for that earthy flavor,
Yeah.
it'll taste like dirt. But with yours, there's a definite earthy other note to it, but it's not a dirt flavor.
Yeah. Yep.
And it warms up as a stick base, which is I love it. It's by far my favorite cigar.
Right.
Yeah.
There's only one I've had that I love more, but let's face it, giving Opus X makes it fucking impossible.
So, if you like Opus X and you want something similar to that, try our Victory cigar.
Pick one up before I leave.
So we do, Opus is released in limited batches.
Oh, yeah.
Our Victory cigar is released in limited batches. Now the numbers on those limitations are very drastically different.
Oh, yeah.
Ours are really, truly small batch cigars. Where Opus X, they only release them a couple times a year.
Yeah.
They release massive quantities, but it's just a couple times a year. Ours, we only do about 5,000 a year because we use a Brazilian Montefino wrapper, and they're kind of hard to get hold of. So that adds Nicaraguan binder and filler, and it changes flavor throughout the cigar a couple times, and that is delicious. And then our newest one we just added is called our Dumpster Fire. And our Dumpster Fire is a mixed filler cigar. So we use the trimmings of the rest of our line of cigars, put a couple long filler leaves on the inside, a nice Habano wrapper on the outside. So the long filler leaves that are in the construction of the cigar help hold it together and have a little bit of flavor consistency on top of everything else that's in it.
It's more of an economic.
Yep,
cigar.
they retail for about $5.50 a stick. That's a great everyday cigar.
Well, I mean, I've had sticks that range from $3 to someone gifted me one that's about $80.
Yeah.
Right.
And my wheelhouse is usually around $10 a stick.
Yep.
But I've had some really good $5 sticks.
Yeah.
And I've had some really terrible $40 sticks.
Me too.
I mean, some cigars you definitely get what you pay for, but in others, you're just paying for a name. And the one thing I've noticed with Warfighter cigars for your company is that they've stayed consistent. I get what I pay for, while it's small. You know, I get more flavor that stays consistent from stick to stick. There's no wild variations. There's no degradation of the stick unless I keep it moving, right?
Yeah.
It's only happened once. We learned a very painful lesson on that one. But for a small brand, y'all have a lot of fight, a lot of staying power with your sticks.
It's
Good to hear. Oh, we constantly try to improve the process, and what you probably hear when I say that is like, you probably hear like the tobacco, right? We try to keep that consistent, but like for me, the process is more from the time we order it to the time we get it, how consistent it is, all of this. We've switched factories a couple times. The last time we switched, we didn't tell anybody, and nobody complained about it, because we tried really hard to keep it consistent. And by switching factories, it allowed us to, we have inventory. If a new dealer calls me up today and they want a full line, it ships out tomorrow.
Yeah.
There's no way, so, working on some new stuff too, so I'm kind of excited about that.
Yes. And you don't want to plug the podcast while I've got y'all here?
we'll keep this one to Warfighter tobacco specific.
All right.
Yeah. The podcast is a side project.
It's an amazing podcast.
It's fun.
It's fun. I'm going to be listening to my work. And listening to this. All right, well, gentlemen, thank you for having me. Thank you for putting out such wonderful sticks.
No problem.
Yeah, an absolute pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Anything else you want to say to my 4, maybe 5 viewers?
Oh, we'll try to get your count up there.
Yeah. Watch more.
All right, well, I'm South Texas Fail. These have been the guys at Warfighter. I'll post links to their information down below in the doobly-doo. If you like it, you like it. You hate it, you hate it. Thanks for watching. Bye.